Hey guys, this is Apex Viper. Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be doing another Smite build on a god that I see a lot of people struggle with when using online. And to be honest, I'm not being hypocritical or I'm not being judgmental or analytical of anybody, but this god isn't that difficult to use. It's actually a very fun god to use. Um, And if you use them correctly, you can really do some great things with them. Let me tell you that much. Okay? And the god that I am talking about, if you're wondering, is actually a guardian. And his name is Ares. Now, Ares is really easy to use, in my opinion. I don't know why people are having difficulty using them. I'll go ahead and go down to the lore. Let you take a look at that. You can read it a little bit through the video. You can pause it. But stats wise, he's got a good default health. He's got a good default mana. His attack per second is terrible. And overall, his actual damage output, unless you build him for a damage build or the way I'll show you how to build him, he won't do that much damage. Let's go ahead and look at his abilities. Shackles. Chains extend from Ares' shield, doing damage to all enemies in his path. Hitting a god shackles them to Ares, cripples them. It prevents movement abilities. So that means any escapes, evades, they can't use those. Dealing the same damage every second while slowing them and buffing Ares. While shackled, Ares can fire another chain for free within 2 seconds. So basically you can shoot up to 3 chains and you can triple chain people. And god damage per tick is shown on the screen. You can go ahead and read that. The slow is also shown, and how long and how many shackles you can use, which is 3. And the cooldown can change depending on what your build is. Bolster defenses. This is basically just a defense buff. Searing flesh. Flames pour forth from Ares' shield, engulfing enemies in a cone in front of him, causing damage every 0.5 seconds for 4 seconds. Ares is immune to knockbacks for that duration. Ares' ultimate is awesome. It sets up for many other gods and your teammates to get kills. Forewarned though, if you start using Ares, or if you already have Ares God ranked pretty high, you probably by now also know that everybody and their mother buys beads to counter you, so they won't get pulled by your ult. But here and there you'll get caught with a lucky few, and if you build straight cooldown, or my build that I'm going to show you, you can basically get your ult back before their beads come back. His passive. Each completed aura item that Ares owns grants him an additional 30 magical power. So basically, the more you support your teammates, the more power you get. There's some of the skins for him. I have Destroyer, Diamond Sword, and Golden. I will be getting Diamond soon. I don't think I can buy either of those two with favor. Nope. So look at the Diamond Ares does look rather awesome in my opinion. But anyways, let's go onto the actual build. There's my build. To save time on the video and keep it short and clean as possible, I just thought I'd already go ahead and have the build pre-made. What I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to unbuild it and then rebuild it so you can see where everything is and where to go to get it. Core. Defensive. You're going to want to get Talisman. Defensive. Iron Mail. You can afford both of those at the start of any game, including Joust. Damage. You don't really want damage, but you can. You're going to get lifesteal, but for the cooldown. You're going to get Talon Trinket, which then is going to evolve up to Pythagorean's Piece. And that's basically essential. I do that on all my builds that need cooldown. And, use lifesteal. Then, what you're going to want to do is get Ethereal Staff. 2% of your maximum health is converted to magical power, but you end up getting 600 health. So that kind of explains itself. The next item you're going to want is Magi's Blessing or boots. Usually I go with boots, unless they have someone on their team like Ares, and I have to fight another Ares, and then I get Magi's Blessing, so I can just immune his ult whenever I have my bubble. And with Ares, you're going to want to get Shoes of Focus for the cooldown, of course. Which, I started off with the wrong boots. I started off with top tier. But then you're going to put some damage on them. You need to put damage or you can put pins so your lifesteal hurts a little bit more. But I usually just go straight damage. Because if it's not a tank you're facing, then you're fine. You don't need to worry about doing anything else. Usually I get Chronos Pendant, but I would actually switch that out with I would switch that out with Rod of Tahuti because you already are going to have max cooldown. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these and get the upgraded versions of them. Now you can, if you're looking for a really healthy build for Ares, get Midgardian Mail. Do not get Mystical Mail. Mystical Mail is only if you're trying to do damage Ares. Because that magic tick, when they're slowed and you're up against them blowing flames on them, really, really hurts. And you can tell. You'll watch their health tick away while they're running away from you, and they'll die without you even touching them. Now, again, this last item, you can either do penetration or you can do, Magi's Blessing, so you can get that free get out of jail for free card when you're getting hit with a CC alt. And it does give you 350 health, so that's pretty nice as well. You know what? I'm going to go health build, or sort of health build. This is my health build for Ares. Well, not really, because I have a damage item. If it was a health build, I would take out Rod of Tahuti and switch it with Ethereal Staff. But this is like a hybrid of the two. This is I don't even know what this is. This is just cray-cray. But I'll go ahead and build the items for you guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the stats already just from that one item. Health, 3,305. Magical power for magic items, 281 out of 900. Your movement speed is pretty good. Your mana is great. And your cooldown is halved, pretty much. Now, again, what you can do to make this build even weirder is you can take off boots. Go to Ethereal Staff. $3,905 health now. Take off Magi's Blessing. Which only gives you 350 health. And get Midgardian Mail. This will basically make hunters hate you, because when they're shooting you with their bows and their basic attacks, it'll slow them and it'll make their attack speed slower. And your physical protection and health go up again. Now, again, if you really want to get tanky and no damage, then you could just do this. You could just go back and put on Magi's Blessing. And then Hide of the Urchin. Now, boom! You have literally no cooldown. You have a little bit mana. You have decent movement speed. Barely no to little magical power. You have a higher basic attack speed, but it's Ares. His basic attack is pretty dumb. You almost have max physical protection, like half magical, and woe's me, 4,505 health. And you get 21 health per second. That is nuts. Now, I'm not going to be keeping my build like this because this isn't my build. This is just a super tanky build, and I'm trying to show you guys. And that's the video, guys. Tell me what you think. Try the build out for yourself and if it works for you. If you liked the video and you found it helpful in any way, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Go ahead and ask me or request what gods you'd like me to do builds for, or for what situations, and if you'd like to see gameplay of those gods in action. And I will see you guys in the next video.